My name is Shahad and I'll be presenting to you uniformly some quality characteristics and more. The first quality we're talking about is knowledge of sports skills. First of all, I think a leader would have to have this because they must know what they are doing and how they can present their own skills that they've learned in the past to other athletes. They'll need to use their skills as an advantage. If a leader is able to show skill to other athletes, this means that they know what they're talking about, and they'll be able to perform well when when having big matches. Knowledge of rules and laws. So a leader will have to have the knowledge of rules and laws. Why? Because they will have to play by whatever the sport requires. So if athletes are being told what the rules and laws are within a game, then they are able to achieve, but also success. They're able to achieve also. They're able to know that whoever they're being taught by, which is the leader, and know that they know that what they're talking about, and next slide. Understanding the mental needs of participants. Going back to the first slide, I've said using their sports skills as an advantage. A leader will know that this is important because, say, someone like Mo Farah, he about 8 years ago, he didn't actually make it into the 5,000 meter in the Beijing Olympic whatever it was, and then recently, about 3-4 years ago, he actually took the 10,000 meters and he actually came first. He made himself actually within the last whole lap round. He stayed first, and this shows that he actually thought to himself, if I was able to actually get all the skills learned by my leader or whoever was teaching him, he was able to success. He then quoted, what you put into what you get out of. This, you could say that the leader or whoever was helping him to train told him this because he failed to get into the 5,000 meter race, but then managed to win the 10,000 meter race, which means he never gave up. This, the leader, you could also say that whoever was training him showed a lot of motivation to him, and he was actually dedicating himself. Understanding the physical needs of participants. Yeah, so the physical needs would be, leaders will have to know how participants will have to engage in certain sessions. For example, you might have a lot of older people taking on the sport, but they might have to have separate sessions because of their health and how long they'll be able to take on the sport. Yeah, it's also mean that for other type of athletes, you'll be able to you could say for the younger people, they might not be taking on intense sport because the leader will know that they're not ready yet. They're just training slowly by slowly. Moving on to the characteristics. The first characteristic of told is attentive. A great leader will always make sure that they pay attention to detail. For example, this ain't a leader, but you could say Tiger Woods. He's focused on hitting the ball hitting the golf ball properly. He's positioned well, and he's going to make sure that he achieves. Yeah, so a great leader will also achieve. Just like Tiger Woods has, he's won so many medals and trophies over the past years. Being persistent, so giving it time. Arsene Wenger, he didn't really win a lot of trophies or anything, but however, he gave it time. He got a couple of new players into the team, and after about 8 or 9 seasons, he's finally won the FA Cup. Consistent. Fabio Capello, what did he do? He really he's the leader himself. He took over the England team, and he wanted everyone to wear suits. Why is this? Because first of all, he didn't want to drop any standards. He made sure that the team is prepared well, ready for what they're going into, and like sessions they're playing. And this actually has an effect on every other team. Like everyone knew about it. The players knew that they look smart, and this shows to everyone else that they're dedicated and want to achieve. Other athletes would think, how come we're not doing this? Our leaders or our coach is not taking us as seriously as Fabio might have. Moving on to committed. Louis van Gaal came into Man United. He brought in his new system, which was playing three at the back. Being committed means that we are able to know that Louis van Gaal, after finishing 7th on last season, he was able to, at the moment he's kept Man United between the top 4, which is an improvement. However, we can make it into the top 3, but we are able to see that Louis van Gaal is trying to make sure that Man United can possibly win the Premier League trophy next season. Moving on to the roles. So a trainer. Over here you have Virgil Hunter. This is Amir Khan's trainer. A good leader would always make sure that their players is using their ability to reach their potential. So Amir Khan didn't just come up from nowhere and be this good. His trainer, which was his leader, is someone who actually made him become this good. He's won a lot of his fights, and through this you are able to see that his trainer has made progress. A role model, David Beckham, everyone knows him obviously. David Beckham, what has he done? A lot of people look up to him. He's made a lot of good. He looks good in front of younger people as well, because he's joined the Sky Academy along with Jessica Ennis and managed to help younger students or athletes achieve. He's made sure that people have progressed, and he's set high aims for them. A good leader would also set high targets, because they know that certain individuals will strive to reach their potential. Moving on to a teacher. So a teacher knows how certain individuals will learn in a certain manner of way. So say if a younger adult and you got a younger adult and then you have an older adult, the younger adult might have more of an intense session, because they are more active. So someone who's about 35 years old, they won't be able to actually play a full football 90-minute game with getting injuries. They will. Another way in how a teacher will be able to keep athletes on the road to success would be to say that educating as well. And teachers will also teach the skills that they've learned throughout the past to the participants. The next role was guardian. So yeah, Alex Ferguson